The continuum of vision, from foundational research to global energy advocacy. In the quiet, towering archives of the university library, a man of deep contemplation, Emeritus Professor Joseph Katihabwa, spent his final, brilliant years. He wasn't charting stars or splitting atoms. He was charting the future of a continent. His research was a love letter to Africa's boundless potential, driven by the question, why, beneath the most powerful sun on Earth, did so many homes remain dark? Professor Katihabwa knew the continent's reserves of solar, wind, and geothermal power were infinite. He knew the economic models worked. Yet, project after project stalled, not from a lack of technology or investment capital, but from something far more subtle and persistent. He spent a decade searching for the root variable that negated every technical advance. Finally, he published his profound final conclusion, a finding so crucial it became known as the Katihabwa constraint. The essential barrier to Africa's renewable energy revolution was not the supply of power, but the shortage of qualified manpower. The continent was rich in sun, but poor in the certified engineers, master technicians, and maintenance experts needed to build, manage, and sustain a modern continental grid. Before he passed in 2018, Professor Katihabwa shared his vision with his son, Désiré Joseph. The solution, he insisted, is not a pipeline of technology, but a pipeline of intellect. The energy infrastructure must be built upon a human capital infrastructure. Désiré Joseph understood. His father had not only identified a problem, he had bequeathed a continental mission. Désiré Joseph made a promise to transform his father's academic finding into a strategic operation. In honor of the sun that warms all, he founded Zuba Connect Limited. His company's strategy was unique. It would be a catalyst for both energy and education, an integrated solution designed to break the Katihabwa constraint forever. Zuba Connect was founded on the principle of managing the flow of, quote, 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 zero carbon fuels and power generated by its projects. The human capital was the core of highly skilled Pan-African talent Zuba Connect would intentionally create, deploy, and retain across the continent. To build this human capital, Zuba Connect launched the Diamond to Electron Skills Corridor, a network of elite vocational and technical training centers. This initiative takes the brightest young minds from across Africa and accelerates their mastery, creating the precise, high-end technical skills needed to maintain a decentralized, smart energy grid. At the apex of this corridor sits the Zuba Pan-African Technical University, ZPATU. ZPATU is dedicated not to general degrees, but to producing master engineers and visionary innovators who can manage mega projects and pioneer proprietary renewable technologies, ensuring that the next energy breakthrough comes from the African continent. Désiré Joseph knew a business built on a legacy of scholarship must have a perpetual ethical architecture. He established the Zuba Community Trust, a powerful entity holding a 25% non-dilutable stake in Zuba Connect Limited. This meant 1/4 of the company's value could never be sold, and its profits were forever dedicated to the continent. The Trust's sole mission is to perpetually fund African education and healthcare initiatives, creating a self-sustaining engine of development. Furthermore, Zuba Connect established the Professor Emeritus's Corps, recruiting retired and senior academics to mentor the new generation at ZPATU, transferring decades of wisdom directly into the emerging human capital pipeline. Through this integrated approach, the Katihabwa family transformed a core academic finding into a continental strategic mission. Zuba Connect did not just sell energy, it supplied the human infrastructure that makes all energy possible. This was the ultimate demonstration of African intellectual leadership, showing the world that the continent holds both the resources and the minds to power its own destiny. The life's work of Professor Joseph Katihabwa now flows through every technical university, every smart grid, and every empowered technician across Africa. His son, Désiré Joseph, built the vessel, but the vision was the inheritance. A limitless continuum of vision where research, capital, and human genius converge to bring light to the world.